once you get used to the mechanics of the technique of being able to sit out and applying the pressure, now it's time to apply it in specific scenarios. So the best times I've found to use this, if this has helped me, has been as part of guard recovery. And I've actually done this in competition a couple of times. So I like to start teaching my guys a very basic pass, the underhook pass where your partner's going to stack. He's going to drive forward. Now from here, what I'm going to look to do is I'm going to look to get a grip by the elbow. Some people push the armpit. I found I had more success on the elbow like this. Okay, I'm going to let my foot come off. I'm going to spread my knees up and look to create a little bit of pressure here, or base on my elbow. I'm going to do that. I'm going to start to move backwards so I can stand up a little taller. So now I'm basically in a similar position that I was in turtle, but all I'm going to do again is switch from one hip to the other, and I like to do that by swinging my feet this way. And again, the pressure comes down on his arm. If I get a grip here, I can do this and put the wrist lock. And a lot of times if it's a competition, he's not going to give up. He's going to look for his way out. He's going to look for the roll. Okay, and that's good because I almost got my guard pass, but instead I end up being on top. So let's look at that again. So here he does the underpass. He exposes his elbow. I'm going to take my foot off so I can get a nice locked out position with my arm. So it's not just muscle, even though there's some muscle there. Okay, it's nice and locked out. I'm going to spread my knees out like this, further taking him out of position to help me get to my elbow. From here, the key for me has been for me to sit back so I can get up nice and tall. Now I can swing my legs across, change my hip, and put the pressure here. Now a little extra is when he does start to roll, a lot of times if he's flexible, he'll keep himself here, and if maybe he's lucky, I can turn, maybe he'll get his guard back this way. Okay, so not uncommon, especially if he's a competitor and he has those instincts, right? So what I like to do in that situation, as I'm here, I swing, and when I go, I know he's not going to tap, but I know he has to roll to get out. So as he does, I'm not in a hurry. I lean my weight back and I look for this foot. I look for the one closest to me. I grab his ankle and bring it all the way down. This way I know I'm clear. Okay? From here, I'm actually going to start to push on his far knee, turning him away from me. And this, regardless of what happens at this point, he's turning away. He's not as big as a threat. At this point, I like to step around and across, and I like to work a split pass into the mount. Okay, that's a little extra. But if you push the outside leg, he's going to become less of a threat. He's going to expose his back, and you're going to have more possibilities. So you go from a scenario where your guard was almost passed to where you have the possibility of being on top and scoring. Here's the from base angle notch. Here, I push the elbow, spread my base, work myself up, and swing across. You can be aggressive with it. He looks to roll. I put a little pressure on his hip. I'm not in a rush. I look for the near ankle. Here I bring it all the way down and I bring my weight up. From here, this hand goes to the far knee. When I push this, he has no choice. His body follows. I bring my head up. I'm over him like this in a tripod. And I like to put this position in here. Once I can open that space up, it's one of my favorite passes. So I say, why not?